How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And today I'm going to talk about the energy refills. I have some time in between my son's therapies to just sit down and talk about it a little bit and talk about these energy changes. I didn't make a video right away because I was kind of waiting for everyone to get their thoughts out. And Seaton obviously just uploaded his. And then I also didn't know what people's thoughts on this would be because I'm not quite sure. I'm an in-game player. I know a content creator that doesn't have an opinion right away, and it's crazy. But I also just didn't know exactly. When I was thinking of energy, I was like, okay, how much does this matter? I'm not sure how to feel about it. And let me hear everyone's opinions. And so there's a lot to think about here. So I'm just kind of pushing a lot of others' ideas and thoughts as well as my own in this. But essentially, they are. You can read the post. It's pretty long. Basically, they're adding 2 energy refills to the Alliance weekly super event, reducing the solo raids energy cost to 1, and removing them from the 4-hour crystals. And then the big change is that they are removing Elder's Marks and making it energy based. I think that's probably where most of my focus is going to be, because that's the game mode I play the most with Elder's Marks and energy. I will briefly say that I think that this is very confusing, and maybe it's not confusing, it just doesn't seem to make too much sense. If your goal was just to make energy more available, you would just add it and not take away other places. They say that they're gonna have plenty of places to gain energy, and they're going to make up for it. I think the big problem with this post is confidence. I guess that's what my point is. I know I don't use a script. I'm sorry, but so you're getting my raw thoughts. But I think it's confidence. I think that's the problem. Removing Elder's Marks, which is like the only way that a lot of people have energy to do battlegrounds in. And then just saying that, like, hey, trust us, we're gonna fill in the blanks with more energy, when we don't really know what that looks like besides the weekly Alliance super event. It's pretty hard, especially with the recent updates, right? And the places they've dropped the ball in. Because I want to set up a scenario for you. Because for me, an in-game player, I can pretty much guarantee I'm probably winning 98% of my matches in victory track, and then I'm done. I don't really like to play Gladiator Circuit too much. I think it's very punishing, but it's fine. It doesn't have to be for me. I like doing the victory track. It's fun for me. But let's say you're a free-to-play player, you're not in-game, and you're not sure if you're going to win the next match. What if you spend 10 energy and you match with me? You're cooked. You're cooked, right? So you already know it's an L and you wasted 10 energy. The reason why Elder's Marks I thought were good is because it was separate from energy. You can, I have tons of, I have like 8,000. I'm sure a lot of free-to-play players have a bunch of them saved up just from Alliance events and stuff, and they could use that instead of burning their energy. And now it's like, okay, do I risk my 10 energy to try to get this win? Energy caps at what, 60 energy at endgame? So, and remember, not a lot of players are at endgame, so they don't have full energy. I forgot that energy wasn't at 60 my whole life. And so it's like, okay, do I waste 10 energy or risk 10 energy and try to win this next match? Or do I do other content? And I would say that maybe they might do other content. Now, maybe the rewards and battlegrounds is enough for them to try, but what if you go, 0-4 in your matches and you're out of energy? And they didn't actually, fill in the blanks with more energy correctly. It's, I don't know. I really think that scenario could kill this game, because the biggest game mode, why do we all play for the most part at this point? Battlegrounds and battlegrounds rewards. I think that scenario I set up, if they don't fill in the energy gaps correctly and they don't actually put in enough energy, that might be a pretty big problem. So So as a, as a player looking at this, we can either say there's two things. There's only two thoughts here that you can have, right? Or two conclusions you can draw. They're removing energy heinously to sell energy, and they're not actually going to fill in the gaps properly, because, by the way, that 2 per week Alliance weekly super event, a lot of people aren't in Alliance anyways, because Alliances are dead content. Okay, so so that might just hurt people. But okay, you can conclude that they're trying to sell you or make you use your units on energy, or that they have the confidence that they are actually going to do, fill in the gaps. They actually have a really good plan. They're very confident that they're going to fill in these energy gaps. And that second scenario just doesn't seem plausible to me right now because of how they've handled the other stuff. And I just don't trust them to do that. I don't, because they would have just, if energy was a problem, they would have just came in and said, okay, we're going to add, 2 per week to the Alliance weekly super event, and more energy in like the Battlegrounds rewards or whatever. Like, just put it in other places. Maybe put it in the event quest, right? After every event quest, you get you would be filling it, you'd be putting more in instead of just removing it in 4-hour crystals, which I enjoy getting them out of 4-hour crystals. I never have to open a 4-hour crystal for them, and it's kind of just bonus for me. But again, like I said, I'm an in-game account. I'm ranking up crazy rank ups, So I guess there's not much else to say about this. I am very concerned about this, especially with the track record recently. I know, I get it, everyone's saying that. We understand the situation. I just care about the game a lot. I just hope that they really thought this through, because they definitely didn't test out the previous content that they dropped. To be specific, the side event, or the event quest. Yeah, the event quest. And they definitely, I don't know. I'm just concerned about this part, because if you're free to play, this could, if it's not planned out right, you could leave. If you're free to play players could leave if they're not getting enough energy. Why would you risk it in this and that? What that means is the whales will leave eventually, because there's no one to beat in Battlegrounds if everyone leaves because they can't have enough energy to play Battlegrounds. Now, before I leave, what do I get for my 8,000 Elders marks that are sitting in my inventory? Do I get 8,000 energy? No, right? Like, do I get 8,000 units? One for each? I don't know. I don't know. What are you gonna do with the rest? That would be nice to know. So yeah, that starts November 2016 when they will start the change, I think, for the Battlegrounds specifically. So yeah, I guess that's it. Leave your thoughts down below. So many things are hitting my brain when I think about energy that I'm just not 100% sure. I've seen everyone else's comments, I think, and videos, and I think this is going to be a negative overall. But let me know, do you think this is malicious? Do you think this is just this is going to be planned out correctly? Do you think that it'll be planned out incorrectly? I don't know. I hope my rant wasn't too all over the place. And yeah, I think it's important for me to put my thoughts out there anyways. So, all right, y'all take care. Okay.